Hey guys, welcome to yet another episode of Desert Island Decks. This episode is for the 11th of December. We're almost halfway through, only 2 weeks to go. And for those of you who don't know, I'm taking part in the Duelist Kingdom tournament this year. Happens every year apparently. Just didn't know about it. And I gotta say, Duelist Kingdom possibly ranks right up there as shittest kingdom ever. Like, what kind of kingdom only has the one castle and that's it? It's not like there's anywhere else to live here. What if the Vikings were like, hey, let's invade a kingdom today? What about that one over there? I don't know, mate. It's just one castle. It's barely a kingdom. But it says Duelist Kingdom. Bit shit though, innit? Yeah, it's a bit shit. Just the one castle and that's it. And even a kingdom. It's less a kingdom and more just a dumb, because it's dumb. Anyway, welcome to Desert Island Decks, which is where we open a new booster pack every single day leading up to December 25th, and I choose one card. That's one card, no matter how many times people ask me, can you just pick 2 cards and then you'll have a much bigger deck that will fit the rules of the show? No, I'm just taking one card. That's the challenge. I'm taking one card out of each booster pack every day. Those 25 cards that I have will be the deck that I use to challenge the bastard Pegasus. Yeah, bastard. He's a bastard. If you didn't already figure this out by the fact that I've told you about 10 times now that this series was conceived by MasakoX and his partner Philly, who are over on the Masako Extreme channel opening Dragon Ball themed card packs every single day. And I gotta admit, I'm kind of jealous because all he has to do is look at the cards and be like, yep, that's Goku, and then he puts it on the board. I have to spend like 10 minutes staring at each card being like, what the ever-loving F is this? And by the time I figured it out, I forget what the other cards were. So yeah, I think I have the harder job. Also, I'm hashtag stuck on an island, so there's that. But this week we have a Code of the Duelist booster pack. That's a new one. Haven't opened one of these before, ever. I actually got an email yesterday from somebody saying, if you open another Pendulum Evolution pack, I'm gonna stop watching your videos. That is an actual thing somebody said to me. So I'm sorry that I'm not opening the right Yu-Gi-Oh cards. My apologies. But hey, I'm opening a different one so you can keep watching my videos. Yeah, Code of the Duelist. I don't know what's going to be in here. I have no concept of what these cards are. I'm dumb. Completely ignorant. But I know one thing. I have been reading you guys' comments. A lot of you wonder if I do check the comments or if these are updated daily. Thus far, they have been updated and recorded daily. A lot of people have said you need more spell cards. So there's 9 cards in here, and hopefully at least 1 or 2 of them will be a spell card, and I'll try to get a spell card in my deck because you guys have been suggesting it. But if I see a better card, I'm going to get the better card. Here we go. Code of the Duelist. What is the Code of the Duelist? Is that like everything is permitted, nothing is... What is the Assassin's Creed? Code of the Duelist is probably up, up, down, down, left, right, be a duel. Oh, hey, speaking of spell cards, right off the bat, we've got... I'm sorry, I had to like double take at this for a second, because holy, what? Emerging, what? 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 Emerging emergency rescue. What? That rescued is not a word, Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm gonna take task with that. But the best thing about this one is, for all my complaining about how Rescue Hamster wouldn't do jack, it clearly demonstrates how Rescue Hamster would be useful in a rescue-style situation. Using its rope to help a stranded hedgehog? What's happening in this card? Did you really need 4 animals to help this one hedgehog out? Just seems like overkill. Let's see if I can recognize these animals. There's 2 cats, a badger, and the rescue hamster way at the bottom there being like, come on guys, pick him up already. Let's see what the hell this card does, aside from make me look stupid for questioning rescue hamster's worth. If your life points is... What? Okay, hold the phone. So they shorten life points to LP, which I understand. LP, like, I've seen that term used. But then it says if your LP, which I say is life points, is lower than your opponent's. And life points is plural, man. I have to take task with that. If your life points is lower than your opponent's, reveal 3 beast monsters with 300 attack and 100 defense from your deck. I don't have those. Your opponent chooses 1 for you to add to your hand, and you shuffle the rest back into your deck. You can only activate 1 emergency rescue per turn. It's appropriate that the acronym for this card is because I don't know how I'd use it. Another spell. World Legacy's Heart. And it's got like a kawaii girl looking at some sort of magical fox creature that's blue, and she's holding like a trophy. So I can only assume that the fox is awarding her the trophy for moeest blob in the anime world. Target 2 World Chalice monsters in your GY with different names. Add them to your hand. If your linked Link monster would would be destroyed by battle, you can banish this card from your GY instead. You can only activate one World Legacies card per turn. It's useless to me. Sorry. Chosen by the World Chalice, and I'm pretty sure that's like a main character from the Dot Hack series or something. Looks like Monster Hunter all up in here. It's a psychic / normal monster, and it says, inspired by the world hero legends he heard as a boy, this crusader adds a piece of his armor from every mextrosity he destroys. So it is Monster Hunter. He has set out on a quest from Fairy Lee to recover the 7 world legacies and save their world. Why is it always recovering 7 things that help save the world? I get it, 7's a magical number, but it's just like, eventually, somebody's gonna be searching for 8, and they're gonna be very confused. They're gonna be like, that's 1 too many, surely. I only signed up for 7 magical objects. Where'd you gotta pull this 8 nonsense out from? So yeah, he got attack 1600. He's a fire type monster. I don't know how he'd be useful, but so far he's the only card I could use out of all these that I've seen. Hey, another Link monster. It's Trickstar Holly Angel. She's kind of neat. She's got kind of a Christmas thing going on, or I could just be imagining that. It's a fairy Link effect, so I guess you need 2 Trickstar monsters to summon this one. I assume that's what it means. Each time a Trickstar monster is normal or special summoned to a zone this card points to, inflict 200 damage to your opponent. Trickstar monsters this card points to cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. If your opponent takes damage by a Trickstar monster's effect, this card gains attack equal to the damage they took until the end of this turn. So potentially a very powerful card. I don't have the potential needed to make that happen though. Whoa. Damn, son. What is this? It's an 8-star monster called Supreme King Dragon Starving Venom. That's a boss battle and a half if I've ever heard one. It's a dragon / fusion / effect monster, and it needs 2 dark pendulum monsters. Guess what I don't have? Yeah, this pack doesn't seem to be helping me out very much so far. Must be either fusion summoned or special summoned by tributing the above cards you control, in which case do not use polymerization, which I also don't have. Once per turn, you can target one other monster on the field or in the GY. Until the end phase, this card's name becomes that monster's original name. Original card, do not steal. And replace this effect with that monster's original effect. So this card is the rip-off card. Also, for the rest of this turn, if your monster attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing battle damage to your opponent. It's cool, but I don't know what to do with it. Oh, Treasure Panda. What a badass. You like Kung Fu Panda, kids? Well, there's Kid Treasure Panda. Indiana Jones if you were a panda. I want to see that movie. He's a beast / effect monster, and it says you can banish up to 3 spells / traps from your GY face down. Special summon 1 normal monster from your deck whose level equals the number of cards banished to activate this effect. I mean, not only is it Indiana Jones Panda, but it's also the only card so far from this that I could actually use. So far he's on the fast track to being the favorite Orbital Hydralander, which is like a massive spaceship that looks like a Hydra. It looks like it's attacking planet Earth. We could be in big trouble. It's like if the flying spaghetti monster were actually a giant off robot. It's a machine / effect, and I believe it's 8 stars, and it says it cannot be normal summoned or set. Must be special summoned from your hand by having 5 or more monsters in your GY, and no monsters in your GY with the same name. Once per turn, you can send the top 3 cards of your deck to the GY. Destroy 1 card on the field. You must have at least 2 monsters in your GY, and no monsters in your GY with the same name to activate and resolve this effect. You know, I don't think I'm going to pick this monster, but I have to give it kudos for having the most references to the GY that any card has had thus far. Good job, Orbital Hydralander. A trap card called 3 Strikes Barrier. It says if your opponent controls exactly 3 cards, activate one of these effects. Either this turn your monsters cannot be destroyed by battle, that's cool, or this turn you take no battle damage, that's also good, or this turn each time your monsters inflict battle damage to your opponent, you gain the same amount of life points. This is super handy. Although it's obviously got very specific situations in which it can be activated. So, I don't know. What the? Hackworm! Hackworm! This worm is great at the cyber. It's a machine / effect monster. It's got an attack of 400, a defense of 0. Let's see what its effect is. If your opponent controls no monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand. I mean, I guess if they control no monsters and they only have like a small amount of life points left, it could be worth having this to summon and then attack them and finish them off, but I imagine it's mostly used for like summoning other things. Not really something I need. And that's all the cards. So honestly, for me, it comes down to, and I know in the comments you guys are going to be yelling at me right now probably about one of the other cards, but for me, it comes down to either 3 Strikes Barrier or Treasure Panda. And 3 Strikes Barrier does seem really handy, but again, my opponent would have to be controlling 3 cards, and that might happen, but it also might just not be something that ever occurs, you know? Whereas Treasure Panda, like, he's always going to be kind of useful. Like, he's good with defense, and he's also got the effect of being able to special summon a normal monster from your deck, like, not even from your hand. But the other problem is that the effect needs me to have 3 spells or traps from my GY, which would require me to have 3 spells or traps period, and have used them already. So he's going to be good for defense, which by itself to me is cool, but at the same time, this is going to be much more handy if these situations arise. So what do I choose? I mean, I'm just so enamored with it that I can't not say Treasure Panda. I'm sorry, guys. I know you guys are going to immediately start railing on me in the comments because this is probably super cool and handy, but look at that. Look at him. Look at your little panda face. I can't not. It's Treasure Panda. I can't not do that. I feel like I'd be doing a disservice to pandas everywhere if I didn't. So what do you think? Did I pick right? Did I pick wrong? I'm gonna assume you think I picked wrong, so yeah, go ahead and tell me in the comments. So yeah, I'm 11 cards into this now. I don't really have many spell cards, if any, I don't think. So I need to gather more spell cards, and if you guys have any suggestions for booster packs to open to get more spell cards out of, or if you guys have suggestions for which spell cards I should have picked, or just give me any advice in general, please throw some advice at me in the comments. Aside from that, I want to give a huge shout out, as always, to our Patreon pledges. You guys are so sexy, I have to say. We really do appreciate all of your help, all of your support. Thank you so much. I just wanna keep thanking you for the rest of this video. Thank you. Thank you, 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 thank you. Also, huge shout out to MasakoX, who's also opening his own Dragon Ball Super themed booster packs as part of his Advent calendar series every day leading up to Christmas. He came up with this idea with his partner Philly. It's all them, and I just sort of jumped on and was like, let me take part 2. So these videos wouldn't be happening without them, so go hit them up. Leave a comment on his video and ask him, does Duelist Kingdom really count as a kingdom if there's just the one building? Because I'm at a bit of a loss. Cheerio, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.